Hello and welcome to the world of SEMStar online classes. I am Shubham Chopra, social science teacher. Students, I am again back with the third part of the chapter, that is physical features of India. Today in this video I am going to discuss about the another physiographic division of India, that is the northern plain as well as the peninsular plateau. Now first of all, the northern plain lying to the south of the great Himalayan mountains are the Great Northern Plains. This part of India is the most fertile land part in the world, as it is drained by three perennial rivers coming down by the northern mountains. They are the river Indus, the river Ganga, and the river Brahmaputra. The northern plain is located in the southern part of the Himalayan range. It has been formed by the interplay of three major rivers system, that is the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. Now the northern plains is also known as Indo-Gangetic Plain. Now this plain region is also known as the Indo-Gangetic Plain. This plain is formed of alluvial soil. Alluvium was deposited by the three river system in the vast basin at the foothills of the Himalaya, forming this fertile plain. It spreads over an area of 7 lakh kilometers square kilometers, the plain being about 2400 kilometers long, equal to the distance of the northern mountains, and it is 240 to 320 kilometers broad. It is a densely populated physiographic division. Now because of the abundant supply of water, rich soil cover and suitable climate, this area is the most productive part of India, and that is why it is the most densely populated. Now the material deposited by the river as its velocity reduces may create riverine islands. So students, river flowing from the mountains with a great speed and velocity, but as it comes to the plain region, its speeds decreases, thereby led to the formation of riverine islands due to the huge deposits of silt. River split into numerous channels called distributaries. That means the main river channels divided into many different channels because of the huge deposition of silt and alluvium. Now, the northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. The western part of the northern plains is referred to as the Punjab Plains, formed by the Indus and its tributary. So, as I've told you earlier, students, that the great northern plains of India are drained by three main rivers, that is the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. So, they have been broadly divided into three different sections. The first section, it is referred to as the Punjab Plain, and it is drained by river Indus and its tributaries. The larger part of this plain lies in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, that is the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beas, and the Satluj, originated in the Himalaya. This section is dominated by doabs. Doabs means Doabs mean two water bodies, which means doab is a piece of land which is drained by two water bodies. Now the Ganga plain extends between river Ghagar and Teesta. It's spread over North India, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, and partly Jharkhand, and West Bengal to its east. Now this region is drained by river Ganga. That is why this region is known as Ganga plain. Now Assam lies in the Brahmaputra plain. There is quite a bit of variety of relief features in the northern plain. It can be divided into four regions. Now this region is also diverse longitudinally as the river flows down from the mountains into the plains. So the relief features has been divided into four different regions, that is the Bhabar, Tarai, Bhangar, and Khadar. Now, the Bhabar region is a narrow belt of level surface lying parallel to the slope of Shivalik. It's, it's about 8 to 16 kilometer in width and consists of pebbles deposited by rivers. So, in this region, when the rivers is flowing down from the lowest mountain range, that is the Shivalik, the river stream suddenly disappear in this region, because this region is consisting of pebbles which are deposited by the rivers. Now again, after passing from this region, when the streams and rivers they re-emerge, and they are visible and create a wet, swampy and marshy region known as Tarai. Now this region is full of forest which were cleared for agricultural purposes and for settling migrants from Pakistan after partition. So this region is now mostly cultivated for agriculture. Now the largest part of the northern plains is formed of older alluvium and lie above the floodplains of the rivers and present a terrace-like feature. Now this part is known as Bhangar. So below Terai we have got this region known as Bhangar. It is made up of old alluvium. Here, here the soil which is found is also known as Kankar because of their calcareous deposits. Now below Bhangar we have got new younger deposits of the flood plains called the Khadar. Now this region is every year they get a huge deposits of alluvial and silt brought down by the rivers, and this region is known as the flood plain. So every year the river brought down itself a lot of silt and alluvium, thus this region is most appropriate for intensive agriculture. Now, student, after reading or discussing about the northern plains, we are going to read about another important physiographic division of India, that is the Peninsular Plateau. Now, plateaus are also called tablelands. The Peninsular Plateau is also a tableland. It was formed due to the breaking of Gondwana land. It is composed of the old crystalline, igneous, and metamorphic rocks. So, student, as I've told you in the first part of this chapter, about the collision of the Indo-Australian plate with the Eurasian plate. Now, this region, the peninsular India, is part of that Gondwana land, that is the Indo-Australian plate, and it is one of the oldest landmass of the earth. Now, because of that reason, this region of India is made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks, which are the volcanic rocks. The Peninsular Plateau consists of two broad divisions, that is the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. So the Peninsular Plateau region of India has been divided into two parts, and river Narmada. Now the region above in the north of river Narmada is known as the Central Highlands, and then the region to the south of river Narmada is known as the Deccan Plateau. Now talking about the Central Highlands, the flow of the river named Chambal, the Sindh, the Betwa and Ken is flowing from southwest to northeast. So these are the rivers emerging in the Central Highland region. Now this region is known as the Malwa Plateau. Here, these river emerges, and finally Betwa and Chambal. These are the two rivers which finally joins the river Ganga as their tributaries. As its tributary, these two rivers will join river Ganga, and the Sindh and Betwa and Ken is flowing from southwest to northeast. Now, because of this flow, it is clearly indicating a slope of the Malwa Plateau or the Central Highlands from west towards east. That is why rivers are flowing from southwest to northeast. Now the eastward extensions locally known as the Bundelkhand and Bhagelkhand. Now these two portions are belonging to the borders of Uttar Pradesh. Now these are the eastward extension of the Malwa Plateau, that is the Bundelkhand and Bhagelkhand. Now Chota Nagpur Plateau marks the further eastward extension drained by the Damodar River. Now, as we move further towards east, we have got Chota Nagpur Plateau. Now, this is the easternmost part of the Central Highlands. Now, the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats mark the western and the eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau. Now, talking about the Deccan Plateau, which is to the north, south of River Narmada. Now, Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats are the edges of that Deccan Plateau, respectively, and highest peak include the Annai Mudi. Now, Annai Mudi is the highest peak in the Western Ghats. The average height of the Western Ghat is 900 meters to 1100 meters, while the average height of the Eastern Ghat is just 600 meters, thereby clearly indicating the slope from west to east. That means Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats, thereby creating slopes. Now, this is the reason why most of the peninsular rivers they flow towards Eastern Ghats, thereby forming deltas. This is the reason why most of the rivers except Narmada and Tapi they flow towards eastwards. Now Doda Beta and Naibudi are the two highest peaks in the Western Ghats, whereas Mahendragiri is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats. One of the distinct features of the Peninsular Plateau is the black soil known as Deccan Trap. Now, students, I have taught you in your previous classes about the black soil. Now, black soil is mainly found in the regions of Gujarat, Maharashtra, and the state of Gujarat and Maharashtra, and this soil is best suited for the growth of for the cultivation of cotton. Now, this black soil is the result of the denudation of the black volcanic rock because which is the base of this Deccan Plateau. Now, the rocks are igneous and denuded over time and are responsible for the formation of this black soil. So, students, I'm going to be back in again in the next video with other physiographic divisions of India. Till then, keep learning, keep watching.